Introduction. Ramayana, Journey of Justice. Namaste. For years, I have traveled the world, sharing insights on how ancient wisdom can illuminate our modern lives. Today, I am thrilled to present to you Ramayana, Journey of Justice. This book is not just a retelling of an ancient epic, it's an invitation to embark on a personal journey of self-discovery, guided by the timeless principles of dharma, family, and unwavering righteousness. The Ramayana, the story of Lord Rama, is a cornerstone of human values. But for many, especially those unfamiliar with Sanskrit and complex philosophical concepts, its profound message remains inaccessible. This book bridges that gap. We will unpack the epic's narrative using simple, relatable language, making its wisdom attainable for everyone. Ramayana, Journey of Justice, aims to equip you with practical tools for navigating life's challenges. Through the stories of Rama, Sita, Lakshmana, and Hanuman, you'll gain insights into living a life of purpose, integrity, and unwavering faith. We explore themes of duty, loyalty, sacrifice, and the eternal struggle between good and evil, all interwoven with the understanding of spirituality. For example, the concept of dharma, often simplified as duty, is explored as your unique, divinely inspired path. Think of it like finding your true calling, the thing you're meant to contribute to the world. Another example of this is the current situation, like in traffic while you're going to work. You can become angry and complain about the circumstances, or handle the same with patience and by keeping calm. Your actions totally depends on you where you apply dharma. This book is not solely theoretical. Each chapter includes real-world examples illustrating how these ancient principles can be applied to your daily life. You'll learn how to strengthen your relationships, make ethical choices, and cultivate inner peace, even amidst chaos. By reading this book, you will understand the core principles of dharma and how to apply them in your professional and personal lives. Deepen your understanding of family values and strengthen your relationships. Learn how to overcome challenges with courage, resilience, and unwavering faith. Cultivate a strong moral compass to guide your decisions and actions. Find inspiration to live a life of purpose, meaning, and lasting happiness. Join me on this journey of justice. Let us together explore the wisdom of the Ramayana and unlock its transformative potential within us. The introduction to this text shows how powerful its teachings can be, but the real journey lies ahead. With each chapter, you'll discover new insights that can transform your outlook on life. Don't miss your chance to be part of this mission. Subscribe and stay connected to timeless wisdom delivered directly to you. Chapter 1. The Seeds of Dharma, Ayodhya and its Promise. Imagine a city bathed in golden light, its streets bustling with joyful life. That was Ayodhya, the heart of a kingdom ruled by King Dasharatha. More than just a prosperous place, Ayodhya was a city built on dharma, righteous living. Dharma isn't just about following rules, it's about making the right choices, being kind, honest, and fulfilling your responsibilities. In Ayodhya, dharma was the air they breathed, the foundation upon which families were built and businesses were conducted. The people valued truth, compassion, and fairness. Because of this, the kingdom flourished. King Dasharatha, respected and loved, was the embodiment of dharma himself. He ruled with wisdom and justice, always prioritizing the well-being of his people. He was a great warrior, a just king, and a man deeply devoted to truth and duty. Yet, even in this seemingly perfect kingdom, there was a longing. King Dasharatha had 3 wives, but he longed to have an heir, a son who could carry on his legacy and uphold the dharma of Ayodhya. This desire wasn't just for personal glory, it was for the continuation of righteousness in the kingdom. The gods themselves knew that something significant was about to unfold in Ayodhya. Whispers of Rama's divine purpose began to circulate, subtle premonitions that this longed-for heir would be no ordinary prince. He would be the embodiment of dharma, a beacon of light destined to guide the world towards righteousness. Think of it like a seed. Ayodhya, with its dharma, was the fertile ground. King Dasharatha's longing and the glimmer of Rama's purpose were the seeds of something extraordinary. These seeds, nurtured by righteousness and divine grace, were about to sprout into a story that would inspire generations. This is where our journey begins, with the promise of Ayodhya and the anticipation of what is to come. A promise rooted in righteousness, family values, and the unwavering pursuit of justice. And that promise, that seed of dharma would soon blossom into the epic tale of Rama. Chapter 2, Rama's childhood, learning to walk the righteous path. Namaste. Friends, in the Ramayana, we often focus on Rama's heroic feats, his battles, and his unwavering commitment to dharma. But let's rewind. Let's go back to Ayodhya, to the palace where 4 young princes grew, nurtured by love, wisdom, and a rigorous adherence to what is right. Their childhood, as with all of us, was the foundation upon which their entire lives were built. Rama, along with his brothers Bharata, Lakshmana, and Shatrughna, were not simply born as divine beings. They became exemplary through dedicated training. Think of it like this: a mighty oak doesn't spring up overnight. It needs fertile soil, sunshine, and care to grow strong roots. Similarly, the princes' education and upbringing were the soil that nourished their inherent potential. Their education wasn't limited to academic learning, though they mastered scriptures, warfare, and statecraft. The emphasis was on character building. They were taught humility, respect for elders, selfless service, and the importance of truth. They learned that true strength lies not in brute force, but in moral courage and righteous conduct. Notice how Lakshmana always followed his brother Rama. In today's world, with all its technological advancements and academic pressures, are we truly prioritizing these essential qualities? Are we teaching our children empathy, resilience, and the value of honesty alongside math and science? It's something to ask themselves daily. Imagine a child who excels in academics but lacks empathy. They might become a brilliant scientist, but what if that brilliance is used without considering the consequences for humanity? Or a child who's pressured to win at all costs, learning that success is more important than integrity. Rama and his brothers were taught that knowledge is power, but only when tempered with wisdom and compassion. This balance is crucial. A modern-day example: imagine if you are working with a colleague and he is always ready to degrade you, but your moral values that you have learned from childhood will not allow you to fight back in the same way. The prince's childhood reminds us that the seeds of dharma, of righteousness, are sown early. The values we instill in our children, the examples we set for them, and the environment we create for them will shape the individuals they become and ultimately the world they create for us. So let us strive to create that fertile ground where every child can blossom into someone who embodies compassion, courage, and unwavering dedication to what is right, just like Rama and his brothers. Chapter 3, The Test of Faith, Vishwamitra and the Forest Journey. Rama's life in Ayodhya was filled with comfort and learning. He was loved, respected, and destined for greatness. But greatness isn't gifted, it's earned. His first true test came in the form of sage Vishwamitra. One day, this powerful sage arrived at the palace, seeking King Dasharatha's help. He explained that demons, driven by malice and darkness, were constantly disrupting his sacred rituals, his yagnas. These rituals were crucial for maintaining balance and harmony in the world. Vishwamitra needed protection, someone strong and righteous to shield him from these evil forces. Dasharatha, though initially reluctant to send his young son into danger, understood the importance of dharma, one's duty. He realized protecting the righteous was paramount. It was a king's dharma to protect those who maintained goodness in the world. He entrusted Rama, still just a boy, but strong and capable, to Vishwamitra's care. This journey wasn't a pleasure trip. The forest was a different world, filled with unseen dangers and challenges. Imagine a student who excelled in the classroom, now facing the realities of the world outside. This was Rama's reality check. The journey highlights a core principle. True learning often comes from confronting difficult situations. Rama wasn't just facing physical threats. He was learning about the world's darker sides and the importance of fighting injustice. He faced demons like Tataka, a fearsome female demon, and others who sought to disrupt the sacred rites. Rama, guided by Vishwamitra, confronted these evils head-on. He didn't hesitate. He didn't cower. He acted with courage and unwavering faith in the wisdom of his guru. For instance, when faced with Tataka, Rama was initially hesitant to kill a woman. Vishwamitra explained that for the sake of dharma, evil must be eradicated, even in the form of a woman demon. In vanquishing these demons, Rama's true power began to reveal itself. It wasn't just physical strength, but also a divine power that emanated from his unwavering commitment to dharma. He wasn't merely a protector, he was a force for good, destined to restore balance to the world. This journey showcased the initial sparks of his divine nature. Think of it like this. Imagine you see someone being bullied. Do you walk away or do you stand up for them? Standing up, even when you are scared, reveals your inner strength, your commitment to justice. That's what Rama did. He actively chose to defend righteousness, thereby igniting his inner power. Rama's journey with Vishwamitra proves that fulfilling your duty, even when it's difficult or frightening, is a path to self-discovery and the realization of your own potential. It's about choosing righteousness in the face of adversity, and that choice in turn unveils the greatness within. Chapter 4, Sita, the embodiment of virtue and power. Sita. The name itself whispers of patience, resilience, and unwavering devotion. But Sita is so much more than just a devoted wife. She is a beacon of inner strength, a woman of profound virtue, and a symbol of the power that lies dormant within each of us, waiting to be awakened. Her story, central to the Ramayana, teaches us about the importance of staying true to our values, even in the face of unimaginable hardship. She's often seen as a damsel in distress, but that is far from the truth. Sita possesses an inner power as strong as, and arguably more enduring than, Rama's physical strength. Our story begins in Mithila, the kingdom of King Janaka. He was a king known not just for his wisdom, but also for valuing knowledge and righteousness. Sita's birth was unusual. She was found as a baby in a furrow while Janaka was plowing the land. He raised her as his own, showering her with love and care, and nurturing her natural grace and intelligence. Now, let's talk about the Swayamvara, a ceremony held for Sita to choose her husband. Kings and princes from all over the land gathered, eager to win her hand. The challenge was to string the divine bow of Lord Shiva, a bow so powerful that it was nearly impossible to even lift, let alone string. One by one, powerful warriors tried and failed. They strained, they puffed, they exerted all their might, but the bow remained unmoved. Then, Rama stepped forward. He approached the bow with respect and humility. He lifted it with ease, and as he attempted to string it, the bow snapped with a thunderous sound. This wasn't just a display of physical strength. It was a testament to Rama's righteousness and inner peace. He did not try to overpower the bow with brute force, but handled it with respect and a calm mind, which led him to success. The lesson here is profound. True strength isn't always about muscles and might. It's about inner calm, righteousness, and a connection with one's own dharma, duty. Rama was chosen as the ideal husband for Sita. He shows that humbleness helps you to connect with your duty. From this point forward, Sita's character unfolds in ways that challenge our conventional understanding of strength. She isn't merely a passive figure. She's an active participant in her destiny, a moral compass, and a source of unwavering support for Rama, even when faced with dangers or trials. Her intelligence supports her emotional strength. She is a strong role model for everyone. Chapter 5, The Promise and the Betrayal, Kaikeyi and the Exile. The city of Ayodhya was preparing to rejoice. King Dasharatha, nearing his twilight years, had decided to crown Rama, his eldest and most beloved son, as the new king. The air thrummed with anticipation, festive decorations adorned every street, and the people celebrated the imminent reign of their virtuous prince. But brewing beneath the surface of this apparent happiness was a dark storm. Queen Kaikeyi, usually perceived as Dasharatha's favorite, became the unwilling instrument of a tragic turn of events. Manthara, her trusted maid, poisoned her mind with seeds of jealousy and fear. Manthara cleverly manipulated Kaikeyi, highlighting the injustice of Bharata, Kaikeyi's own son, being sidelined in favor of Rama. She whispered insidious thoughts of how Rama's rule would diminish Bharata's and even Kaikeyi's influence. In a moment of weakness and driven by a misplaced desire to secure her son's future, Kaikeyi succumbed to Manthara's scheming. Remember, even the best of us can be swayed by negative influences when we are vulnerable. Now, Kaikeyi confronted Dasharatha, reminding him of two boons he had long ago promised her, boons granted in gratitude for her saving his life on the battlefield. She demanded their fulfillment. Bharata should be crowned king, and Rama should be exiled to the forest for 14 years. Dasharatha was devastated. Honor-bound to uphold his promise, his heart shattered at the thought of banishing beloved Rama. The grief was unbearable. But a king's word, especially in those times, was sacred. To break it would be worse, a stain upon his name and kingdom. The entire episode throws light on the importance of keeping one's word, even when it's incredibly painful. Real-world example. Imagine you promise a friend to help them move. You make the promise in good faith, but later, a better opportunity arises, a concert you've been wanting to attend. Breaking your promise would undoubtedly damage your friendship and your reputation. Trust is built on keeping commitments, both big and small. Kaikeyi's demand was a direct betrayal of Rama's righteousness and Dasharatha's love. It shattered the promise of a just succession and plunged the kingdom into despair. The consequences of this betrayal rippled outwards, not just impacting the royal family, but also affecting the lives of every citizen of Ayodhya. This is a lesson for life, to keep our words. Namaste. Welcome, friends. Today, we delve into Chapter 6 of Ramayana, Journey of Justice, a chapter titled The Forest's Embrace, Lessons in Acceptance and Resilience. Imagine leaving your comfortable home, your familiar life, for a path unknown. This is the reality Rama, Sita, and Lakshmana faced upon their exile. They were not merely banished from their home, they were banished from a position of power and privilege to a life of uncertainty and hardship. The forest, initially, may seem like a place of punishment. Thorns and dangers lurked at every turn. The comforts they were accustomed to vanished. Yet, in this very wilderness, they discovered treasures far greater than any material possession. This chapter teaches us about acceptance. Rama didn't rail against his fate. He accepted his father's word as dharma, as his sacred duty. Similarly, Sita didn't grumble or bemoan her lost luxuries. She stood by her husband, choosing love and loyalty above all else. Lakshmana, ever devoted, became their protector, embracing hardship without complaint. Acceptance isn't about passive resignation. It's about acknowledging reality and choosing to build a positive response on that foundation. Think of times in your own life when things haven't gone to plan. Perhaps you lost your job, faced a health challenge, or experienced a relationship breakdown. Did you succumb to despair, or did you find the strength to accept the situation and rebuild? The forest also becomes a teacher of resilience. Living off the land, facing wild animals, enduring the elements, these were constant challenges. They learned to adapt, to rely on each other, and to find strength within themselves. Resilience is that inner muscle that allows us to bounce back from adversity. It's not the absence of fear, but the courage to keep moving forward despite fear. Consider a startup founder facing constant setbacks, yet persisting with unwavering belief in his product. That is resilience in action. Furthermore, the forest highlighted the power of familial love. Rama, Sita, and Lakshmana supported each other unconditionally. They were a unit bound by love, respect, and a shared commitment to dharma. This connection provided them with strength and solace during their most challenging moments. In modern times, family may be blood-related or chosen. Nurturing these bonds, offering support and understanding, forms a crucial safety net during life's storms. The forest's embrace is a powerful allegory for the challenges we all face in life. It teaches us that true strength lies not in avoiding hardship, but in embracing it with acceptance, cultivating resilience, and cherishing the bonds of love. It reminds us that even in the darkest forests, the light of dharma, of righteousness and duty, can guide our way. Remember, the forest is not just a geographical place, it's a metaphor for the challenges life throws our way. Embrace the journey, learn from the hardships, and let the experience forge you into a stronger, more compassionate version of yourself. Chapter 7, The Golden Deer, the Trap of Illusion and Desire. The Ramayana is filled with moments designed to teach us profound truths. One of the most poignant is the story of the golden deer. It seems simple enough. Sita, captivated by the deer's beauty, asks Rama to capture it for her. But this seemingly innocent request sets in motion a chain of events that leads to Sita's abduction and the epic war that follows. The golden deer, Maricha in disguise, isn't just a pretty animal. It's an illusion, a carefully crafted deception designed to exploit human weakness. It represents unchecked desire, the kind that can cloud our judgment and lead us astray. Think about it. Have you ever been drawn to something simply because it looked appealing, only to realize later that it wasn't what it seemed? It's the flashy advertisement for a product that promises instant happiness, the get-rich-quick scheme that seems too good to be true, or the carefully curated image on social media that hides a reality of insecurity and struggle. These are all modern-day golden deer. Sita's desire, innocent as it may seem, blinds her to the potential danger. She becomes fixated on possessing the extraordinary beauty of the deer. She's not thinking strategically about the overall well-being, its impact on her and Lord Rama's plans. Like someone obsessed with a brand new car, ignoring the mounting debt and the potential financial strain it will cause. The story highlights the importance of discernment. We must learn to see beyond surface appearances and question our desires. Where does this desire come from? Is it truly beneficial or just a fleeting fancy? What are the potential consequences of giving in to it? Rama, recognizing the potential for trickery, initially hesitates. He senses that something is amiss, but his love for Sita and his desire to fulfill her wish overcome his better judgment. He, too, momentarily falls prey to the illusion of beauty. This shows even the most righteous among us are not immune to temptation. When Rama chases the deer, Lakshmana remains behind to protect Sita. However, when they hear Rama's fake cry for help, Sita urges Lakshmana to go to his brother's aid. Lakshmana, knowing Rama's strength and suspecting trickery, is reluctant to leave Sita unprotected. This conflict between duty and love creates a chink in their armor, which Ravana exploits. The lesson here is to maintain our focus and trust our intuition, even when pressured by those we love. The golden deer serves as a powerful reminder that unchecked desires can lead to devastating consequences. It teaches us the importance of discernment, of questioning appearances, and of remaining grounded in our values, even in the face of temptation. Only by recognizing and resisting the allure of the golden deer can we hope to stay on the path of Dharma. Chapter 8, Hanuman, the ultimate devotee, service and faith. Hanuman. The name itself evokes a feeling of immense power, unwavering loyalty, and pure devotion. He isn't just a character in the Ramayana, he's an embodiment of the highest ideals a human can strive for. He is a beacon, shining brightly to guide us towards understanding what it truly means to serve and to believe. Hanuman's strength wasn't merely physical. While he could lift mountains and leap across oceans, his true power lay in his unshakable faith in Lord Rama. He saw Rama not just as a king, but as an extension of the divine, and he dedicated his life to serving him. This service stemmed from a place of pure love and devotion, not obligation or personal gain. This is the essence of true devotion, offering oneself completely without expecting anything in return. Think of the doctors and nurses who worked tirelessly during the recent pandemic. They were exhausted, overwhelmed, and often faced immense risk. Yet, they continued to serve, driven by a selfless desire to alleviate suffering. Like Hanuman, their dedication stemmed from a deeper connection to humanity and a commitment to alleviating pain. Hanuman's humility is another key lesson. Despite possessing incredible abilities, he never boasted or sought recognition. He remained a humble servant, always prioritizing Rama's mission above his own ego. In a world obsessed with self-promotion and validation, Hanuman reminds us that true greatness lies in selfless service and humility. Consider the soldiers who defend our borders. They live in harsh conditions, away from their families, constantly risking their lives. Yet they do so without seeking fame or fortune, driven by a quiet patriotism and a commitment to protecting their nation. Their selfless service mirrors Hanuman's unwavering devotion to Rama. Hanuman teaches us that selfless action transforms. It transforms not only the world around us, but also transforms us from within. His unwavering faith gave him the strength to overcome any obstacle, and his selfless service brought him closer to the divine. His life demonstrates the incredible power of unwavering faith, the importance of acting from a place of love, and the transformative effect of selfless action. By following in Hanuman's footsteps, by cultivating faith, embracing humility, and dedicating ourselves to service, you gain wisdom, compassion, empathy, and inner peace. Chapter 9, Sugriva and the Alliance, Friendship and Justice. Namaste, friends, let us embark on a short journey, this time not through forests, but through the intricate web of relationships woven within the Ramayana. Today, we focus on the bond between Lord Rama and Sugriva, the exiled monkey king. It's a story packed with lessons about friendship, unwavering loyalty, and the relentless pursuit of justice. Sugriva was in deep trouble. His brother, Bali, a powerfully built and arrogant king, had unfairly snatched his kingdom and, even worse, stolen his wife, Ruma. Living in fear, Sugriva, along with his loyal general Hanuman, lived a life of constant hiding on Rishyamukha mountain. Imagine being wrongfully stripped of everything you hold dear, constantly looking over your shoulder, feeling helpless and alone. Sugriva knew this all too well. Rama, similarly, was facing his own injustice, the unjust exile from Ayodhya. Meeting in the forest, Rama and Sugriva recognize a shared need. Each sought justice for wrongs that had been dealt. When Rama finally agreed to help Sugriva, a covenant was made. What made this more than just a transaction? It was the recognition of shared principles. Both Rama and Sugriva valued justice, fairness, and standing up against oppression. Rama, true to his word, confronted Bali, and after a fierce battle, restored Sugriva to his rightful place as king. This act wasn't just about fulfilling a promise. It was about righting a wrong and restoring dharma, justice. Sugriva, now empowered, reciprocated. He mobilized his vast monkey army, led by the mighty Hanuman, to aid Rama in his quest to rescue Sita from the clutches of Ravana. The entire force and all its resource were now available to Sri Ram because Sugriva valued friendship. Their alliance beautifully demonstrates the principle of give and take. Rama gave Sugriva his kingdom back, and Sugriva gave Rama his army, loyalty, and unwavering support. This story teaches us that great accomplishments often require collaboration and standing by our friends in their time of need. Consider this. Imagine a friend facing a professional crisis. Instead of offering empty words, you actively connect them with someone who can help. Or picture a community struggling with a social issue. Instead of complaining, you join hands with like-minded individuals to find solutions. Such relationships and alliances, rooted in shared values and mutual support. The friendship of Rama and Sugriva reminds us that true friendship goes beyond mere acquaintance. It is a sacred bond built on trust, empathy, and a commitment to help each other navigate life's challenges. Ultimately, it is about more than just mutual benefit. It is about working for a more equal and just world for all. When we value the well-being of those around us and strive to work for a system rooted in equality, we are truly walking the path of dharma. Okay, here's the content for Chapter 10 of Ramayana, Journey of Justice, Ramayana explained in English. I've tried to keep it simple, relatable, and motivational. Chapter 10, Crossing the Ocean, Overcoming Obstacles Through Perseverance. Imagine standing at the edge of a vast ocean. On the other side, your goal awaits, a loved one to rescue, a wrong to right, a purpose to fulfill. But the sea stretches out before you, seemingly impossible to cross. This is the situation Lord Rama and his army faced. Lanka, the island kingdom of Ravana, was separated from them by a huge expanse of water. The challenge was enormous. How could they, a group of forest dwellers and allies, possibly build a bridge strong enough to carry an army across such a distance? The task seemed impossible. Discouragement, doubt, and fear likely crept into their minds. Sound familiar? We often face similar situations in our own lives. Projects at work that seem too big, personal challenges that feel overwhelming, dreams that appear distant. But the Ramayana is not just a story, it's a guide to life. In this critical moment, the story shows the importance of perseverance. Rama didn't give up. He consulted with his advisors, particularly Hanuman, and they devised a plan. Nala, a skilled architect, helped to supervise the construction. The ingenious plan involved an interesting scientific approach. Each stone was inscribed with the name of Lord Rama. The faith was that the stone will never be sunken if it is inscribed with Lord's name. This symbolizes the power of faith. The Vanara army, a diverse band of monkeys, played a vital role. They didn't have engineering degrees or fancy equipment. They had determination, faith, and a willingness to work together. They lifted boulders, carried stones, and worked tirelessly, day after day. The construction wasn't smooth. Storms threatened to destroy their progress. Doubt might have gnawed at their spirits, but they persisted. They repaired what was damaged, encouraged one another, and kept their focus on the goal. This teaches us a valuable lesson. Obstacles are inevitable, but they don't have to be insurmountable. It's perseverance, the unwavering commitment to keep going, even when things get tough, that ultimately leads to success. Think about climbing stairs in multi-story building. One stair at a time, even when tired. Reaching the top floor is the success. Finally, the bridge was complete, a testament to their collective effort and unwavering perseverance. It was a symbol of hope, a pathway to justice, and a demonstration of what can be achieved when we refuse to give up. The story of crossing the ocean isn't about the physics of building a bridge. It's about the human ability to overcome what seems impossible. It's about the power of perseverance, the strength of collaboration, and the unwavering faith in the pursuit of righteousness. What is the bridge you need to build in your life? Remember Rama's example. With perseverance, collaboration, and faith, every ocean can be crossed. Chapter 11, Ravana, the Darkness Within. Pride and ego, friends. In our journey through the Ramayana, we now confront the complex figure of Ravana. He wasn't a simple villain. He was a scholar, a warrior, a powerful king. But within that brilliance lurked a darkness, his unchecked ego and consuming pride. Ravana possessed immense knowledge and strength, boons from years of rigorous penance. He ruled Lanka with an iron fist, amassing wealth and power. But his flaw lay in misusing these gifts. He became convinced of his own invincibility, believing himself to be above dharma, above consequence. His ego blinded him to the suffering he inflicted. He saw others as mere tools to serve his ambitions. The abduction of Sita wasn't just a crime. It was born out of his arrogance, a belief that he could take whatever he desired. Think of a talented athlete who, after a series of victories, begins to believe they are untouchable. They stop training, disregard their team, and make reckless decisions. Their hubris eventually leads to their downfall. Similarly, Ravana's inflated ego clouded his judgment, creating a path of destruction that ultimately consumed him and his kingdom. Ravana's story is a potent reminder of the dangers of unchecked ego. It teaches us that true strength lies not just in power or knowledge, but in humility, self-awareness, and respect for dharma. Pride, like a corrosive poison, can eat away at even the most brilliant mind and the most powerful leader. To walk the path of righteousness, we must constantly guard against the darkness within, the subtle whispers of ego that can lead us astray. Chapter 12, The Battle for Dharma, Justice Prevails. The moment had arrived. The clash between Rama's army and Ravana's forces wasn't just a fight. It was the universe holding its breath. It was the ultimate showdown between good and evil, a battle for the very soul of righteousness, dharma. For generations, this battle had been foretold, a reckoning coming due. Ravana, immense and fueled by arrogance, stood unyielding, convinced of his invincibility. He symbolized all the darkness humanity can harbor: ego, greed, and a thirst for power that consumes everything in its path. Rama, calm and resolute, represented the light. He embodied compassion, duty, and an unwavering commitment to truth. He knew in his heart that the path of dharma was sometimes a battle. He also knew that sometimes evil must confront if one wants to protect the justice. The battle raged. Arrows flew like rain. The earth trembled under the weight of massive clashes, but the real conflict unfolded within. It was a battle against fear, against doubt, against the temptation to compromise. In the midst of chaos, Rama held fast to his principles. He fought not with hatred, but with a fierce determination to restore balance. Hanuman's unwavering devotion and strength were a source of immense support. Sugriva's loyalty and his army's ferocity turned the tide. Their actions reminded us that collective effort, guided by shared values, is essential in the fight for justice. Finally, the moment of truth arrived. Rama faced Ravana, a duel of supreme importance. It wasn't merely a physical fight. It was a confrontation of ideologies, a battle for every soul watching. Rama, with each strike, chipped away at Ravana's pride, the very foundation of his power. The victory that day was not just Rama's. It was a victory for dharma, a testament to the enduring strength of righteousness. It proved that even the mightiest evil can be overcome with unwavering devotion to truth and compassion. It shows justice will always prevail if one is ready to fight for it, and the truth will come out even when everyone is against it. Chapter 13, Sita's Agni Pariksha, the test of purity and strength. The Agni Pariksha, Sita's trial by fire, is perhaps the most debated and misunderstood event in the Ramayana. After Rama's victory over Ravana, doubts were raised about Sita's purity, having lived in Ravana's Lanka. To prove her integrity, Sita underwent the Agni Pariksha. She entered a blazing fire, and Agni, the god of fire, emerged with Sita unharmed, declaring her purity to the world. Why this test? It's vital to understand the context. In those times, a woman's chastity was seen as a reflection of her husband and family's honor. Societal pressure was immense. Rama, as a king, had to consider the perceptions of his people. The symbolism is potent. Fire represents purification, truth, and transformation. It burns away impurities. Sita's emergence unscathed symbolizes that her inner purity remained untouched by the circumstances. This challenges us. Is purity only physical? What about mental and emotional integrity? Sita's unwavering faith and loyalty were her true strength. She chose truth over ease, even when doubted. Consider this in your life. You face accusations, misunderstandings. Remember, Sita, true strength lies not in avoiding trials, but in facing them with integrity and emerging with your spirit intact. What others believe doesn't define you. Your actions and intentions do. Sita's strength wasn't in magic. It was in holding on to her truth, her dharma. That is the true fire test. Chapter 14, Rama Rajya, the ideal kingdom, justice and compassion, Rama Rajya. The name itself evokes a feeling of peace, prosperity, and perfect harmony. It wasn't just a kingdom ruled by Rama. It was a state of being, a blueprint for ideal governance built on two strong pillars, unwavering justice and boundless compassion. Imagine a society where everyone felt safe, cared for, and heard. That was Rama Rajya. Justice wasn't about rigid rules, but about fairness for all. If a wrong was committed, redress was swift and impartial, ensuring everyone, regardless of caste or status, received what was due to them. Think of it like this: a company where every employee is treated with respect, where promotions are based on merit and not favoritism, and where complaints are addressed openly and fairly. That's a glimpse of the justice inherent in Rama Rajya. But justice alone is not enough. Rama Rajya flourished because of compassion. Rama and his administration genuinely cared for their people. They weren't just rulers, they were guardians, nurturing the kingdom like a parent cares for a child. Healthcare was accessible, education was encouraged, and the needs of the poor and vulnerable were prioritized. Today, we see echoes of this in social welfare programs and charitable organizations that strive to alleviate suffering and provide opportunities for those less fortunate. Compassion is the active ingredient in Rama Rajya that separates good governance from exceptional governance. The principles were simple: lead by example. Rama himself embodied dharma, integrity, and selflessness. Leaders understood their duty to serve, not to be served. This created a ripple effect, fostering a sense of responsibility and civic duty among the citizens, like a team leader who understands the importance of leading by example. They bring out the best in their team members. Ultimately, Rama Rajya shows us that true leadership isn't about power, but about service. It's about creating a world where justice and compassion work together to build a society where everyone can thrive. It's a reminder that the ideals of ethical governance remain relevant and attainable, even in today's complex world. We can strive, even in small ways, to create our own Rama Rajya in our homes, our workplaces, and our communities, one act of justice and compassion at a time. Chapter 15, The Enduring Legacy, Timeless Lessons for Modern Life. Friends, the beauty of the Ramayana isn't just in its epic scope, but in its timeless relevance. It's a mirror reflecting our own lives, our own struggles, and our own potential for good. How can a story written millennia ago still guide us today? Let's explore. Firstly, consider dharma in our contemporary world. It's not about rigid rules, but about aligning our actions with our conscience. Think about workplace ethics. Imagine you see a colleague taking credit for your work. The easy path is to stay silent, avoid confrontation. But dharma calls you to speak up for what is right, respectfully and honestly. Choosing the difficult path of truth strengthens your integrity and builds an ethical environment. Family, the cornerstone of the Ramayana, is equally vital today. Modern life often pulls us in different directions, straining relationships. How often do we prioritize work emails over a heartfelt conversation with our children? Rama's unwavering dedication to his family, even in exile, reminds us to nurture our bonds. Make time for connection, listen actively, and show empathy. A family dinner without devices can be a powerful act of devotion. Righteousness, the pursuit of good, is a continuous endeavor. We are constantly bombarded with temptations, instant gratification, shortcuts to success, material possessions. Ravana's downfall teaches is the importance of keeping ego in check and pride. He let pride consume him, leading to his destruction. In our modern world, where success is often measured by wealth and status, we must remember that true fulfillment lies in integrity, compassion, and service to others. Choose honesty over deception, kindness over cruelty, and contribution over consumption. Here is another example. Consider the challenges of social media. It's easy to fall into the trap of comparison and envy, constantly measuring ourselves against others. Instead, let Hanuman's devotion inspire you to focus on your own inner strength and service to others. Use social media to uplift, inspire, and connect in meaningful ways. The Ramayana is not just a story, it is a guide to a more meaningful life. By embracing dharma, nurturing our families, and striving for righteousness, we can navigate the complexities of modern life with grace, strength, and a deep sense of purpose. It is a journey worth taking, one step at a time, one act of kindness at a time. May the spirit of Rama guide you on your path to a life of justice, purpose, and unwavering devotion to the good.